Hey guys, and welcome back to League 2 with me, NG Paradox. Now, must apologize as we begin. I had another kind of recording problem. This is the second time this season, which is kind of frustrating, but apologies. I'll talk about that more in a second, exactly what happened, and we'll go over what you guys missed. But yeah, so we missed a couple of games. Now, at the moment, the last month and a couple of games has been extremely difficult. This has probably been the worst month that I have had as manager of Bath. So yeah, this was a pretty difficult thing to take at the moment. At the moment, you can see we're in 22nd. We're 2 points away from Grimsby in the relegation zone. Barnet, I think, is basically gone. Barnet, I don't think come back from this. There's quite a few teams ahead of us. You've got Doncaster, Bury. They're all kind of around our area, 3 points only ahead of us. And you've got like Northampton, Manfield with just 4 more points ahead of us. So we really just need to kick on and start winning games and try and get ourselves out of this predicament. We knew this was coming though. We knew League 2 was going to be difficult. You know, this was bound to happen at some point. We can't be riding on the high all the time. There's got to be a point where the team just hits its limit. And League 2 seems to be that. Obviously, if we can just stay up though, that's all I wanted. That's all I've ever wanted. I don't know what that song is. For some reason, it just entered into my head. But yes, but it has, I will admit, it's been a pretty tough month so far. Let's go over what happened then. At one point this month, we did actually drop into the relegation zone. I will admit that there was one moment when we did drop in, but then the next game, things went quite nicely. So the last game I think you guys would have seen would have been against Yeovil. Obviously, that did not end very well, 4-1 against us. So we'll move on. We'll move on from that match. After that game, we played against Luton, and again, this was a dismal defeat here, 4-0. So after the 4-1, obviously, our players were a bit battered, maybe a bit humiliated, and then they came up against Luton, and they lost even worse. And as you can see, our players didn't put up much of a fight. Luton really deserved the win. They played very well. There was just nothing the players seemed to be able to do in the situation. After that, we played in the EFL Trophy. One of the knockout rounds, we played against MK Dons. MK Dons are obviously a pretty big team in comparison to us, so I never expected to win, but we actually played really well. If you look at the stats here, really, I felt we were the better team, but we just couldn't find a goal anywhere during the whole match, and just continued our bad run in competitions. But then again, we never really are favourites to win a competition, when it comes to the cup, so again, not a big surprise. We can't have everything. I think overall we've done really well over the last 4 seasons, so I can't really complain. Definitely, I really can't complain. Losing MK Dons was kind of expected, but a good game. I'm glad they gave a good performance against a League 1 team. After that, though, we played against Doncaster, and as you could see, Doncaster quite low down in the table. So this was an important game. Actually, in this month, we played a lot of sort of lower position teams, especially at the end of this month, and it just didn't go our way. I was hoping we could gain points in these matches, but we ended up losing 3-1 to Doncaster. And you can see that Doncaster were the better team. We had 1 shot on target. Aaron Williams did score. I did also try to sell Aaron Williams over the course of the transfer window. Junior was injured, so that's why Aaron Williams did play in this match. He was injured for a little bit as well. Junior gets injured quite easily, it seems. But no one would take Aaron Williams on. No one wanted to buy him. His value has gone up to 35,000. So he was worth 25,000. Then he went to 35,000. But no one would buy him for 35. No one would buy him for 30 or even 25. I literally just don't want him because he doesn't want to be here. He takes up quite a bit of our wage as well. So I'd rather just let him go and bring in another striker who's just as good or possibly better we could get for the same wage. And if we could get a little transfer from that, that'd be great for the club, obviously. Any money's good at the moment because we're not making money at this moment in time. So that would have been great. But sadly, no one would buy him for the entire month. So I couldn't let him go. He was obviously upset, but I did try. I'm sorry, Williams. I did try to let you go. I don't want you here. Everyone was getting upset. All the players are kind of like, hey, why don't you let him go? And I was like, I did. I really don't want him here. They're like, oh, okay, good then. Good. We all agree then. But yeah, after that we played against Bury, another team a little bit lower down if I remember correctly, and we drew 0-0. Now, actually, this was actually good for us because look at that. Losses after losses. The last win was against Oldham, 4-0. We beat Oldham 4-0. A great victory for the team, but ever since then, we just dropped off. Against Bury, though, we only got a draw. And this is a game we really should have been winning, especially when you're this low in the table. I was really annoyed with this result. Oh, no, sorry, this is the game we played badly. Ah, sorry, I'm thinking of the other game. Sorry, don't worry. Ignore me. I was looking at the yellow, the white for us. Sorry, I don't know. I can't see things at the moment. I think it's because I recorded the last video and then it just didn't actually work out. And I'll talk about it in a second. But yeah, they absolutely just played better than us. There's nothing we could do here. They were the better team, and they deserved probably to get the win, but we managed to just play out for a draw, so we basically got a free point there. After I played against Northampton, another team was a bit lower down at the moment, and again we got another draw. Again, we didn't play that well, so getting the draw was kind of lucky. Manny managed to get a goal in the 9th minute. So yeah, actually those two results, even though not great, actually were good results for us, because they're games we could have easily have lost. After that, we played against Bristol Rovers. Now, this is the game you guys should have been watching. But, for some reason, my recording software, I don't know what's going on with it today. Or whatever. I don't know what's going on with it at all. But normally, I would have 2 screens for my computer. And it would record fine. But for some reason today, it's decided to just break. And if I have both the screens on, it just kind of flickers. Like, you know, to the game and off to desktop. So I recorded that entire match. And I recorded all of it, you know, did all my voicing and stuff, and finished, went to edit it, and the footage was just it jumping back and forth. And I was like, there's no way I can show that. That'd just be ridiculous. So I had to just delete it and decide to do the next match. And already by that time, I'd already played the next match. So that's why it's this match after that, because I'd already played this match myself, and then was about to edit before I played this game. So yeah, so apologies for that, but there's nothing you can do sometimes. Live commentary, you know, it has perils, you know. Dogs, always damn dogs, or anything really, fireworks, etc. But yeah, sometimes you just can't help it. But Bristol Rovers, we did lose 3-1. Bristol Rovers, though, are first in the league, so we really weren't expecting to get anything from this. The players played well, though, as you can see there, and that's always a good sign. Ryan Wintle scored a goal as well. Nice to see him getting back onto the score sheet. But yeah, there's nothing we could do there. We were expecting to lose. The fact we didn't have it, it was 3-0 at one point. The fact it wasn't a 3-0 to add to our, you know, worsening goal difference was kind of happy when he got 1 goal to at least make it just 2 goal difference. But yeah, after that though, we played against Rockdale and we finally won a game. We finally won. After that Bristol Rovers match, we fell into the drop zone and I was like, oh my. Okay, we need to win a game as soon as possible. We need to get back our morale. And we got it against Rockdale. 5-3 though. This was a ridiculous scoring match. Don't know what happened here, as you can see. We were very good. We were at home, we played really well. Wintle scored, Kuya scored, Ashton scored, and Junior scored 2 goals. Really nice game. As you can see then, about 11 minutes, they scored 3 goals. So they almost brought it back. They almost brought back. But we managed to get Junior to score, then he scored another goal to seal it up. Very happy about that. I was really nervous when they made it 3-3. I was like, oh, are you kidding me? We're going to get another draw when we should be winning. So really happy about that result. And here we are then against Leyton Orient. I'm hoping the win against Rockdale could be a sign of things to come maybe, but we'll just have to wait and see. I'm also getting rid of Jim Rollo, my assistant manager. He's an icon at the club. I really didn't want to get rid of him unless I had to. And so I kept him around until I felt he was out of his depth. And I feel like in League 2 he's out of his depth. So even though he's an icon, you know, I've kept him this far. I thought maybe in the National League he was kind of out of his depth. So I have given him a lot of chances, I feel like. I've taken him as far as he can go. So I'm looking for a new assistant manager. We'll see who we get. If one does turn to be better than him and for a similar wage budget, then I definitely would bring in a new person over Jim Rollo. Though I will be sad to see him go because he's an icon at the club, you know? You know, I want to keep him around, but you got to think about the club sometimes, sadly. So Rollo may be going at some point this month. You'll probably find out in the next part for next month. The team is kind of what you expect. I don't think there's any big differences apart from Sarpong has been taken out of the team. I just don't think he's been playing well this season at all. I think maybe League 2 is maybe too much for him. He's got good physicals, he's got okay mentals, but maybe he's just not good enough when it comes to the technical abilities, possibly. I don't know. I feel like Billy Murphy is doing a better job. His recent performances haven't been great, but overall this season, I feel like he's been doing quite nicely, and I trust him more than Sarpong at the moment. Even Kim I trust more at the moment, which is kind of a shame, because Sarpong was always a stalwart of the last few seasons. I always felt we needed him in the team to get us to win, but I don't know what's wrong with him. It probably does show we definitely need another midfielder. I mean, the fact Kim's still with us, but then again, we need new players for everywhere. We just don't have the money, and we don't have the reputation. So many players I've tried to sign, especially at the start of the season, and they just decided to join other teams. So frustrating. But yeah, I'm happy that we did get, like, 2 players that we knew back. I was really happy about that, to be honest. That really made me happy. I love those sort of stories, those journeys, where you bring players in after they've been on loan, because you trust them, you know them, you'll be like in real life. Pick up where you left off. Yeah, that's probably good advice. I kind of agree with that. Pick up from after Rockdale. This could be a good opportunity. Are we still on? No, I put it back to key after the Rockdale game. There we go, extended. And here we are. If we don't win this match, it's not terrible. Grimsby are not having a good season either. So hopefully they just keep losing as well. But winning this game could be massive. It'll start to get us catch up with the teams just ahead of us if we can win this match. Though Leyton Orient is a good team, so I'm not expecting much, and already in the 2nd minute, and they've already scored. Liam Kenley just there. I was really hoping the last game, the last win, would put a little spring in our players' steps, but yeah, it's just the beginning of the match. I'm overreacting. Just calm down, NG. There's a lot of football to be played. Hunter now going in there, Murphy. Okay, Murphy Murphy, I was bigging you up a little bit. I mean, I wasn't saying you were good. I'm just saying you were playing better than Sarpong, but you just make me look like an idiot now. Okay, defenders blocked here. Ugbo hit it out for a corner. Leyton Orient corner. Okay. Goal kick. I wasn't sure. I thought that was one of our players who headed it out at the time, but apparently it was theirs. We had 1 shot, they had 2. Possession, we're getting a bit more possession right now. It's not looking too bad. Now they're getting more. Okay, now they're getting a free kick. Okay, that. Okay, that was a dangerous position right there. As soon as that player got the ball, I thought he'd scored, but luckily he managed to just hit the bar. That was close. No more of that, please. Come on, guys. No more of that. Don't let them get sort of, you know, free kicks like that in that sort of position. There we go. Wintle managed to block the ball there, but it wasn't enough. Avina, though, managed to get the ball. Junior does not have the heading ability, though. Murphy, come on. You're doing it again. I keep saying this. I should never talk about any player. I want to give you guys information, but I should just start the match and talk about the last month after and players after. So that way I don't talk about any players. So they play badly or good. Opposite, basically. If I talk about the opposition players, they'll play really well. If I talk about my players, they'll play really badly. Luckily, I did not talk about some players, so hopefully those players play well. Both got 1 shot on target, but they've got 1 goal, so make of that what you will. Congolo, Koroma, they're getting all the highlights at the moment. Wilton, Congolo, come on, guys, keep, just massive hole right there. Who is that? Billy? Is that you, Billy? I know it's you, Billy. Don't you hide behind the other players. I can see you. Kicks it in. Oh, okay. Okay, we're playing away. I'm feeling very nervous right now. They keep getting really close to our goal. Junior now. Junior kicks it at the player. Gets a corner. I guess, you know. Corner kick. Murphy doing the corner. Let's see. You know, I've seen worse free kicks. At least you just didn't kick it into the goalie's hands. I'll give you that, Billy. Trying a second attempt. Okay, yeah, that wasn't too bad. I've seen much worse ones than that. That was bad, though, Billy. Billy. Come on. I know this is League 2. Oh, my. That was definitely Wintle right there, I think. How did Wintle not get his hand on that? How did he not get his foot on that ball? How? He just kind of ran past it. What was going on there? And look at that, no one's there. What is this? What is... Okay. We're getting a lot of possession right now. We're not getting a lot of shots. Let's go attacking. You know, they've had 3 shots on target and 2 goals. You know, they've been very clinical, so I may be overreacting, but I really feel we need to get in there. I feel like they're not really playing that amazing. I don't think they are. They've just been... Then again, you don't need to play that amazing when you're being that clinical, do you? Junior now, come on. Don't... Yeah, thank you. Don't lose the ball. Wintle, get Ashton. Ashton! Yes, he's up there! Down! Okay, Ashton. You could have passed down, but... Fine. I'll let that one slide, you know. At least you're in a good position for someone to be able to get the ball to you. You know, I can give you that. Now, I have been changing around some of the players' different, like, personal tactics and stuff. I've not changed much of the team tactics still. I still believe the team tactics can work. They've worked for us so far, you know, as we've gone up the leagues. I'm happy with them. But some of the players' personal ones I've changed a little bit, obviously, because League 2 obviously is very different to the Vanarama National League, and some of the players obviously find it a lot more difficult than other players. So I've been trying to change around a bit, trying to test them a little bit. And that's why I was very happy with the Rockdale games. I thought maybe I'd found the kind of combination. But this game has shown me that I obviously had not. Yeah, not good enough. Fire them up. Light that fire under their bollocks. Get them running. Ball. Okay. Ball. 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 It's the captain, damn it. Murphy getting the hunter. Okay. They managed to head her away. Okay, how's it looking? At the moment, we're 1 point ahead of Grimsby. So Grimsby's probably drawing their game right now. I'm hoping maybe the opposition will score a goal. Yes, there we go. Speak of the devil, look at that. The opposition scores, we're still 2 points ahead of Grimsby. That's all we have to beat. We only have to beat Grimsby. That is all that matters probably this season. I'm telling you. Grimsby, I don't think are going to beat those other teams that are around us. So I feel like it's going to be us or Grimsby. It's all about them. Hopefully, it's Bath's day. It's kind of interesting. Our name's Bath, you know. You have a Bath. Grimsby, you think of the word grim, like grimy. It seems a bit dirty, you know. We can give Grimsby a bath. And look at that. Viner has scored a goal from a corner. Who did the corner? Murphy. Murphy. Good job, Murphy. He got it to Monfy. And Viner slot it in. One more goal, guys. That's good for our goal difference, of course. We need to get one more goal. Come on. Anything could happen if you guys score here. There's still like 30 minutes left. Ah. Oh. There's still 30 minutes left and you could score there. Okay. I don't want to change too much. Don't want to bring on Williams because Williams is not happy. And Junior, you know, he scores a lot of goals, I find, in maybe the last 20 minutes. So I'm going to keep Junior on. He may not be playing well so far, but he scores a lot in the last 20 minutes or so. They got another shot. Ooh. If he just placed that a bit better, that would have gone in. There's no other goalie could have saved that. Okay, change midfield. We'll bring on Kim for Maziere. Not really seen much of him this match. Billy's made mistakes, but at least he actually seems to be playing most of the game. Wintle's having a bad game. I'm going to bring on Bob Bruce. I feel like Wintle might as well not have been there this match for how much he's done. We'll leave it like that. If we ever need some players later on in the match, just in case there's an injury or a yellow card maybe, I can then change something there. I'm not seeing much of Hunter either. Maybe I should take off Hunter. We'll see, we'll see. I'll leave it as it is for now. I don't like to change too much on this because obviously the team are maybe building up to something. You don't want to then just change things and disturb their kind of playing. Bob Bruce, the young lad. The new Ashton. Okay. He's definitely the new Ashton. He makes mistakes just like Ashton, but they're both young. They're both still really young. Even Ashton's still really young. I like the fact that our team, because of our, obviously, wage budget problems, it's actually allowed us, well, it's kind of forced us to allow younger players to get into the first team and actually get to play, like Bob Bruce and Ashton. And I really like that. I like it. That's like, you know, proper teams do have that happen. I find a lot of times sometimes when you play Football Manager, because you can just bring other players in a lot of the time, you don't really have space to let some of the younger players get into the team. But we've actually been kind of forced to have Bob Bruce get in. And I think he's played well when he's come on. He isn't going to play much because he isn't good enough. But, ooh, wow. Oh. That was an interesting shot right there. I've not seen what Grimsby's goals are at the moment. Leyland, Junior. Hunter. Could have just smashed it in. Gets about the Murphy. Murphy. Let's bring on one more player. Manny's looking a bit tired. Billy. Hunter's frustrated. And we need a goal. Yeah, if we let a goal in because of Monfy being tired, I mean, it doesn't really make much difference. Goal difference, obviously, but still, yeah. I trusted Junior in the last few minutes, so I'm going to do that. Ashton is motivated. Bring on Brendan. Bring on the clowns. I mean, bring on Brendan. He's not a clown. Brendan has done some good performances for us in the past. That's what I mean. A lot of these players, it's really interesting. I've really enjoyed just playing with these players in club, just because we've been forced to be able not to change the team too much. I've kind of been forced to trust them. And a lot of the time, actually, my trust in them has actually come out good. It's been really interesting to see some of these players, like, you know, get into form, go out of form, go into form. It's been really fun to see that. And Viner, Viner he did exactly the same thing. He had 2 tries. He did the same thing twice. I mean, he's already scored, so that's not too bad, you know. 2 goals in 5 minutes, basically. Don't think it's going to happen. But Ashton gets it to Junior. Junior, not having a good game at all, Junior there. Kim gets up to Kiernan. Kiernan gets it to the opposition. Billy hits it back. Bob Bruce. Hunter. Oh, that could have been a nice goal there. Ashton smashed it into the face. I'm really sorry, whoever that was. I feel really bad for him. That smashed him right in the face. And we know Billy can hit them sometimes. He can do some great long shots. Leyland gets it to Bob Bruce. What a... Oh, that was... Look at Bob Bruce, that little lad there. He has some skills on him. Oh, they're drawing again. Grimsby, what are you doing? But yeah, no, you can see the potential there. He has the skills, Bob Bruce. I could really see him turning into a player that could be useful for us, like Ashton. We'll have to wait and see. Kim, you got 10 seconds. Viner, up to Ashton, gets it to Morris. Not again for Junior. If Junior does not play well, we do not play well. We need Junior. He is so vital to the team these days that when he's injured, you know, in that January month, he was injured for quite a bit of it. That really impacted the team. You can see all those losses that we had. Yeovil was a team we expected to lose to, but then again, we expect to lose to basically every team in the league because we are predicted to come bottom. So, yeah. But I don't know, I felt it was a game we possibly could have won, but it wasn't meant to be, obviously. I do apologize, guys. Not the greatest game for you guys to watch, but that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Sometimes you get good games, sometimes you get bad, and for some reason, it does not want to finish loading. So, oh, there we go, perfect. Cool finishing. Yeah, Grimsby drew their game. They're minus 20 for goal difference. So, yeah. Oh, they're now 4 points ahead of us. So, it looks like it's going to be between me and Grimsby. We have to start performing. Hopefully, we do start performing. Hopefully, I can make you guys proud. Hopefully, we can stay up. That's all I've ever wanted. Notts County, Wimbledon, and we'll be back for the match against Newport. That'll be for the March month. And then we'll be getting close to the end of the season. And we'll be ending it against Barnet, who are bottom. We've got a game against Grimsby coming up as well. So that will be a big game. You know what? I might miss the Newport game to do the Grimsby game. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to purposely, if we are really close to the Grimsby, I'm actually going to miss the Newport game and we'll live commentary the Grimsby game. I apologize if I sounded a bit weird for this commentary. It's because it's quite late because I finished recording and then later on I was editing and then it went wrong, and so I had to just suddenly start recording now. And it's hard to do live commentary when you're not really in the correct mood, and it's late and you're tired, and your voice, because you've done other recordings, is kind of weak. So I really do apologize about that if this commentary wasn't as good. Hopefully it was fine. Hopefully it's fine. But please pray, cross your fingers, do whatever is lucky for you for our Romans, for our Bath players. I'm hoping they're giving it their all. You know, this is a tough league for them. Most of these players should not be here. Ball. Daly, he's probably okay here. But, you know, Ball, Murphy, Hunter. You know, a lot of these players, and basically everyone on the bench, basically, and stuff. they shouldn't be here, but they've managed to get up here, and they've managed to perform adequately, most of them. I think that's impressive. I think it has to be commended of them. I still can't believe they're doing as well as they're doing, to be perfectly honest. But I've done the best I feel I can with the club, and we'll see. Maybe we'll have a new assistant manager when we return. I'll see you then.